on the screen.
Okay.
So you'll see this. Hi, everybody. Welcome to JTV's Game of the Week, where we're matched up here at Howell Lanes with two powerhouses of New Jersey right now, Jackson Memorial High School and Howell High School. So the practice is just finished up. Looks like they're getting ready to go now. I'm here with Donovan. Donovan, can you hear me? No? So it seems like there's only one mic working here. Donovan, can you say a test? Did you hear it, J-Bone? Oh, sorry. Gotcha. Okay. All right, perfect. All right, good deal. All right, so I am DKJ, and I will be bringing you the highlights and the commentary for the boys and the girls matches here. So we're going to start off with the lineups here. For Memorial, in the leadoff position, it's going to be Sean Skillman. In the 2-hole, we're going to have Joey Silverman. Bowling in the 3rd hole is going to be Danny Elias. Andrew Klein will be bowling 4th. And anchoring the team for Memorial is Daniel Robinson. On the girls' side, we're going to have Grace Elias leading off, who, yes, she is the sister to Danny Elias. Number 2, Gianna D'Ambrosio. In the 3rd hole, we're going to have Victorio Cicerio. In the 4 hole, we're going to have Gianna Massey. And anchoring the team is the very solid Emily Fogarty. For Howell, we're going to have leading off Jake Diaz. He's a two-hander. He's real fun to watch. In the 2-hole, we have Nikki Kortenhouse. In the 3-hole, we got Lucky Luke Vetter. Lefty Luke Vetter, I should say. Henry Hecht is going to be in the 4-hole. And Brandon Bone-Palmer is going to anchor this powerhouse of a team. On the girls' side, leading off is Alyssa Riccio. Number 2 is Bethany Horvath. Bowling in the 3rd hole, we got Lindsay Devlin. In the 4th hole, we'll have Emily Mott. And anchoring this solid team as well as Reagan Smith. And my sidekick is Donovan Klein right now.
Hello.
So say hi, Donnie. And he's going to help me until Mr. Mike Skillman comes in, and we'll commentate together. So we're just starting off here. Copy. All right, awesome. All right, we're starting off here. I am missing a screen, Justin. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. All right, gotcha. We're getting some growing pains here. All right, so from our vantage point, I'm going to take a look at Gianna Massey on lane 1, picking up the 1-2-8 spare. And we are just getting through the first frame here. And it looks like after the first frame, the Howell boys they have 2 opens, and the Memorial boys they have 1 open as well. So, Donovan, what do you think about coming in here and watching this live for the first time this year, man?
It's exciting.
Pretty good stuff, right? Yeah. So we're kind of at a disadvantage here with the standings because the Memorial team had to take a little bit of a break due to COVID and missed all their matches in the last week and a half. So we're kind of playing catch up right now. Gotcha. Cool. Thank you. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, looks like Grace is up now. Okay, after some technical difficulties, I think we're up and running here now. Thank you to the JTV crew for taking care of that. All right, so.
Let's go! Howell!
All right, lane 2. Andrew Klein is up. Watch that ball go. Ooh, sends it a little bit wide. And misses that head pin. He's going to definitely have to make an adjustment off of that shot. He's got what they call is the fence, the 1-2-4-7. So he'll try to make a better shot at that. All right, Andrew goes up and converts that fence, that 1-2-4-7. All right. Lane 1, we have Victoria Cesario up. Victoria's averaging 130 this year. Daniel Robertson goes up with that two-handed approach, and he gets that ball right in that swish zone there. What do you think of that shot, Donovan? That was a good shot, huh? He got it right in that swish zone, hit the 1-3 pocket a little light, right? And with all that speed and revolutions, he's able to get them all down. So, nice try there by Victoria. Now we have leadoff bowler Sean Skillman up now. Gets up to that line pretty quick. Nice shot. That's 10 back right there for Sean Skillman. Beautiful shot. Number 4, we've got Gianna Masi up, and she gets in that switch zone, and oh, that 7-pin just won't fall. But it was a good shot. She'll stay up. Here comes Joey Silverman, number 2 bowler. He's a junior. Gets that ball a little bit outside. Gets the ball a little bit outside. He's going to have to make an adjustment on that. Donnie, what do you think the move on that would be if he's missing to the right? Couple boards right. Okay, I would say that can and possibly even make a ball change, right? He'd throw something a little more aggressive. But that's going to assume that the ball came off his hand cleanly. Joey steps up. Oh, nice conversion. That's not an easy one, but he covered that textbook. The ball covered every pin there. Good stuff.
Let's go!
There we go with Emily, their anchor baller, the girls' ankle baller. She also gets in that swish zone. It looks like there is a lot more oil on these lanes today. Comes Danny Elias, the number 3 baller. He comes up a little light as well. Is that the same leave there? Yes. Look at that. They both left the same leave. They left a 2-8. It looks like everybody's going to have to make a move here, and I think they'll figure it out. There's Emily coming up to make the attempt. Got the spare. She's going to need that to hook a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. We missed a little bit to the right. Danny's going to try to make it now, and Danny picks it up. The Howell team is on fire over here. I'm just looking up now. You got Jake with the front three, Nick with a miss and then a double. And as Andrew throws the ball, he pulls up on that one a little bit. He made an adjustment, but a little too much. So back to the Howell scores. Lucky lefty Luke started with a spare and then the double. Henry Heck had an open and then a double. And Brandon Bone Palmer, he's got 3 straight spares in a row. So they're moving right along there. And up on the left lane is Lindsay. And she gets the high hit there. She gets them all to fall. And we have Jake Diaz, another two-hander. Looks like he's going for the 10-pin. And just a bit outside. That was a good try. Brandon Ball Palmer comes over to say a little hi to us, gives us a fist pump. How you doing, buddy? We got Nicky Kortenhouse up. Another lefty for Howell. Gets up there, throws that. Man, nice roll on that one. That was an unfortunate break. Very good shot. Now we have the anchor for the girls' team, Reagan Smith, who has really come a long way in a couple years. She's throwing the ball great. And she gets that into the switch zone. And she gets them all to fall. Good shot by Reagan Smith. Now their leadoff bowler, Alyssa, on the girls' team. She gets up there. Nice follow through. All right, hang on there. All right, we got the 3 on the right. Right. Alyssa is a freshman. She just started bowling, and she's doing pretty darn good for her first year. She's averaging 113. She's got a high game of 154 and a high series of 375. There's a nice little hook there and almost. All right, good try. So got 8 total for the frame. As Nikki goes up and takes care of that 7-pin. We have another lefty on the Howell team for the girls. And that's a nice shot. Just drifts a little bit high for Bethany. And who do we have? We have Lucky Luke Vetter, and he saws the rack. And Howell does their Howell chant, which is always very nice to see that team camaraderie. All right. That was good effort by Bethany. That'll bring up their third bowler, Lindsay Devlin. Lindsay's a senior. Oh, as Henry Heck goes up there and puts 10 back. And he tells us all about it. Good shot by Henry Heck. And Lindsay tried to put a little body language on that one. Try to get those pins to fall. They got a tough break there, though. And there is Brandon Bone Palmer. He gets his first strike. I have a funny feeling that we're going to see a whole bunch more of those from Brandon Bone Palmer before the day's over. Donovan, can you get a score update? I can't really see lanes 1 and 2. You have younger eyes than I do.
Looks like
here comes Jake Diaz, the two-hander.
So far, after the first 4 frames.
Was up a little light on that one. Was up a little light. All right, and Jake gets the wood. That is a smart thing to do in that play right there. You don't want to give any wood back. That was kind of a tough spare to make. And, oh, there we go. We've got a strike for Emily, Miss Emily Mott, the senior from Howell. And Reagan Smith knows how to put 10 back. That puts her on a triple. And here comes the other lefty, Nikki Kortenhouse. Hey, he trips that for 6-10. Great shot. Nice roll off his hands. Nice roll off his hand. I'll tell you, Donnie, it's fun to watch these two teams, right?
Yeah.
The boys and the girls teams. They're both giving it their best out there and knocking down those pins. So there's some talented bowlers out here, huh?
Yep. Definitely going to be two close matches.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the one thing I know about both of these teams, I know most of these kids personally, is that they don't give up, no matter how far behind they are. They're always going to be looking to make the right move, right ball choices, and just keep grinding, right?
Yep.
Now you bowl with a lot of these high schoolers, right?
Yep.
You have a good time bowling against them?
What?
You have fun bowling against them?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah? Yeah, it's a good group of kids, right? Oh, hey, here's Brandon Bone coming over to say hi. Brandon bowls for Jackson Liberty. Averaged, I think, over 230 this year, if I remember correctly. Let me take a look at the sheet here. What'd you average this year? 230. I was right. The man just confirmed it for me. Average 230. Not too shabby. And Henry Heck, another 10 back. Around. Oh, he had to clarify. He said around there. So, knowing Brandon is probably 219. I'm just kidding. He is probably right at 230. 229 to 231 would be my guess. What do you think?
Yep, probably around there.
That young man's pretty good last time I checked.
And Brandon Boone Palmer with another strike.
Yeah, like I said. And Mr. Henry Heck comes back to say hi. That was nice. Yeah, so Brandon Boone Palmer's on the board with a double. And I can't really see this. 393 to 365 right now. They're pacing pretty even. Howell just started the 6th frame, and Jackson just ended the 5th frame. So the scores are pretty accurate. 393 posted right now through 5 for Howell, and 385 posted through 5 for Jackson Memorial. So, there's the scores. And that's on the boys' side. On the. All right. So we look at here the girls. We've got the girls are pacing. They've got a 173 through almost 4 frames here. And when we take a look over at the boys, the boys, Sean's really killing it. He's got 127 in the 5th with a strike in the 6th. Could punch out for a 277. And they've got 4 or 5 total. Daniel Robertson's also could be on pace for a 270 game, 278 game. And just struggling a little bit. Had a couple misses and a split there. And Danny Elias got 63 in the 5th. So moving right along. We take a look at the Howell scores now. The girls almost through 5 frames. They're at 277 total as a team. If you look up and down on the scores, I tell you, Reagan Smith, she's figured these lanes out pretty good. After that first frame, a little light in the first frame. I think I just jinxed her because she just left a light split. However, she did a triple there in between. And on the boys' side, lot of strikes up there for the boys. They seem to figure this lane out. They've got a real high rev rate, pretty much the entire team. So they're at 442 right now, and they're looking pretty good. They don't have a lot of misses or splits up there. So we got a tight match here. 442 right now for Howell, 431 for Jackson. On the boys' side and the girls' side, 182 for Jackson and 332 for Howell. So now we got Danny Elias trying to convert the baby split, and we just had a little bit of miss to the right. That's okay. We'll come back, get him next time, Danny. Yeah, right on cue. His sister's up. Grace Elias. Grace is a senior. She goes straight, trying to play up that gutter there. All right. A lot of wood there.
Andrew.
All right. Looks like Andrew found a line there. Looks like he softened up a little bit on that shot. Let it read a little bit more. And for Gianna, a little bit light, leaving that washout. Daniel just comes up a pinch high, leaves a stone 4-pin. Looks like these lanes might be transitioning a little bit, Donovan. What do you think, bud?
It looks like they're trying to hook a little bit more than before.
You know, with these, and a nice try by Gianna. Very nice try on that washout. Just a little bit more left, she would have had it. It was Daniel with that two-handed approach, man. He really stays under that ball, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, he does it real good. I tell you, I've seen Daniel ball on some sports shots, and he made them look like house shots. He could knock some pins over, I'll tell you that. Oh.
Let's go!
In lane 1, we have Victoria. Crosses over a little bit. Oh, and Sean puts 10 back. Like they're toothpicks, right? Sean putting up a number right now. Sean is really helping to carry this team a little bit. When I look at the scores, looks like Howell boys have a little bit of a lead here. They're at 542 to 459 for Memorial as Joey Silverman steps up. Throws it. Looks like a nice turn. A revolution on that. Comes up a little high. He fortunately kicks out that 10-pin. And it just leaves 1 pin. And here comes Gianna. Gianna Masi. She is a sophomore. Let's that ball go? A little bit to the left. Okay. Very manageable spare. Joey gets it, covers up that 3-pin, no problem at all. So I'd like to say that the boys' Jackson Memorial team's coached by Coach Gibson, and the girls' team is coached by Coach Tart. And both of these young men do a fine job with these teams. Get their teams ready and prepared. Practice hard all week. You can see Coach Gibson and Coach Tart actually in the background over there. So we thank all the coaches for doing what they do, because without them, these events don't go off. And that's a nice spare there by Gianna Masi. Very nice. Here goes Mr. Danny Elias, trying to pick up that light split and just a bit to the left. Emily Fogarty, she's the anchor for Jackson Memorial. And she gets that in the switch zone and they all go down. After Andrew put 2 in the pocket, I guess he decided he didn't like that, so he was trying to cross over, right, Donnie?
Yep.
It's a little miss to the left by Andrew. He'll pick this up. And here comes Danny's sister, Grace. And almost. So We got Andrew and Grace trying to put on a clinic of how to shoot a 5-pin. Andrew gets his. And we'll see what's going on here with Grace. I would say that she's going to make sure that she puts this right down the middle of the lane. I've watched her bowl enough to know what she's going to do here. See, there you go. No problem. Thank goodness I didn't want to give her the announcer jinx, right, Donnie?
What?
I didn't want to give her the announcer jinx, right?
Yep.
And here we go with the beautiful strike thrown by, that was Emily.
Daniel, I'm pretty sure Daniel Robertson.
Oh, that was Robertson's strike. I'm so sorry. I missed that. But I saw 10 go back, so whoever threw it, that was a phenomenal ball. All right. Sean Skillman's up. Going a little high in that first shot.
Trying to pick up the 3-6-10.
Here we are back over to Howell. And here's one of our lefties here. Wow, man, it looks like that left side of the lane is starting to break down a little bit. Last time we saw that shot, that set up right in the pocket. But Nikki is fortunate enough just to leave one pin on that high hit. And he'll probably run this down with no problem. I'll tell you, I know I said it once, but I'll say it again. It is fun watching these kids. It is fun. I mean, they really have so much knowledge. The coaching is unbelievable. And, yeah, there goes Nicky running that down just like we knew he would. And they have so much fun. And one of the beauties about this sport, Donovan, you could attest to this, right, is that you make so many friends while you're doing this as well, right?
Yeah.
And what else can you make? Some scholarship money, right? A lot of
Yeah.
people don't even realize that. So it's a real good thing. You know, it creates great atmospheres, creates great friendships and long-term memories. Oh, Lukey gets the nice mixer. Great ball off his hand. You want to talk about somebody who's improved over the years, huh?
Yep.
How about my man Luke Vetter? He has really, really done a great job of proving his game. All right, don't you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. My man, he does a lot of work on the lanes. I see him off, on and off the lanes. He's always studying the game, and that's how you become better. Now, Luke is a sophomore. He averages 180. So not too shabby. Ah, and look, Mr. Mike Skillman showed up. And Emily, another lefty, as she gets the 5-pin to roll forward. What a nice shot. Very nice. And here we got a nice view of Henry Hecht with that nice high arm swing. And wow, he knocks those pins down. And he's going to tell everybody about it, which I don't blame him after that shot. Really good ball. And here comes Reagan now. And Reagan finds a strike in the switch zone. Reagan is on fire. She had an unfortunate break in the 5th frame, but aside from that, and there goes Brandon throwing those pins around as well. He's going to replay that one when he goes home. I know it. He wants to see that messenger. Brandon's going to get a lot more of those strikes, I'll tell you that. All right, we have our two-hander, Jake Diaz. Jake Diaz is another young man that just puts a ton of time and work into the lanes. And I've watched him grow up on the lanes. It's been a joy watching him. And, oh, that's a great shot. That's a great shot. It's an unfortunate break there. Jake Diaz lining up that 10-pin. And no problem this time. No problem this time. Good job, Jake. All right, so we're getting to the end here of the boys game. I just got notification. Looks like we're down. Jackson Memorial's down by about 100. Looks like around 661 for Jackson Memorial, and right now 758 for Howell. And they're pacing pretty close. They're pacing pretty close as far as frames go. They're pretty much identical. So the score is pretty accurate. So Howell's got a real nice lead at this point. And it doesn't look like they're going to be letting up anytime soon. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely not.
Here's the scores now up on the screen. Then we got Danny Elias. Danny Elias crosses over, gets a 9 count. 5-pin, leaves that 5-pin standing. Victoria, oh, that's an unfortunate break. Danny, no problem. Danny Elias, no problem with that 5-pin conversion.
All right. Thanks, sir. Thank you so much.
Yep, just like that. So I want to welcome my good friend Mike Skillman.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me, Dave? You can't hear. Okay. I'm catching up to everything here.
Yeah. So Mike just ran in from work here and is just kind of getting involved with what's going on here on the lanes. So
yeah, I had to complete work so we can somehow pay for Sean's haircut. But obviously, Sean Skillman is my son.
That might be an expensive haircut, Mike.
Well, we tried to have it where if the girls' team went undefeated, they were going to cut his hair, but they had a tough loss yesterday. So now somehow we have to get his hair cut.
We're going to have to think of another plan.
Yeah, exactly. Short conference. They win the short conference next week.
All right, so as we round the corner here, we're basically in the same situation we were before, Michael. We have 8:28 up on the board for Howell, and Jackson Memorial's at 7:38.
7:38, yeah.
And again, still pacing around the same. Howell is maybe a bowler ahead, but there are a lot of strikes up there for Howell.
I heard you say before, it does look like there was more oil on the lanes than there was yesterday. I guess our kids are struggling a little bit with it.
Yep.
Good shot, Emily. So we can't hear each other talk?
No. Yeah.
Grace, they are starting
so Grace, a little high on there, Michael.
Ninth frame, it looks like. Here comes the mop.
There he goes. And no problem with that 4-pin.
He's going to kill me for that when he hears this telecast.
I tell you, Mike, I was telling Donovan before you got here, it's nice to be back in here, right? Watching these kids ball again.
It is. It's a pleasure. And Sean's a senior for me, so this is one of our last matches for us to see. So
that's right.
It's kind of tough getting away from it.
Here he goes out for his fill ball. Let's that ball baby rip. There he is, Sean. Oh.
Okay, good spot to leave that.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice game by Sean. 230. So we're getting down to the final frames here. On Donovan if we have to. So Jake Diaz finishes with a 194 for Team Howell.
They won.
Yeah,
Vicky Cicero. Strike for Vicky.
Whoa, 10 back. You are Vicky's lucky charm.
Vicky's a senior, and she's been on the team for 4 years. Good spare, Joe. Joe is a junior. He's been on for all 3 years.
You know, the thing with this Memorial team, and I know Shawnee's a senior, so he'll be leaving us. But aside from that, we have most of this team returning next year.
Yes, thinking the same thing too. Losing one senior on varsity is they're going to be a force.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Even some of the kids on the JV team right now, where they're up and comers.
Right.
And Gianna. Oh, a nice cover by Gianna.
That's Danny Elias.
So this one certainly looks like it's going to go. It's going to go Howell's way.
Yep.
They got a bunch of workers going on here.
Girls team, I can't tell. Emily with another strike.
Good job. Well, Henry Heck's going to be stepping up here soon. Maybe we shoot over to the Howell side when we get a chance to take a peek at his finish. He's got a nice, strong game going, as well as Brandon Bone-Palmer. We're going to watch Luke
Vetter
with his fill. Luke has thrown the ball exceptional all day, Michael. I know you just showed up, but he has just been in the hole every time. And as I say that, he crosses over, but still a good shot.
I know years ago Luke's father built a bowling lane in their basement.
Is that right?
Yep. And
I wish my father built a bowling lane in my basement.
Luke used to bowl our Saturday morning league, and his father would say he would coach and practice on his lane every day. Luke is very into it.
There goes Henry with that big high backswing, and throws that messenger at the 10, but the stubborn 7-pin, Michael. Doesn't that just make you crazy?
My shoulder hurts watching him bowl. Youth.
Yeah, he has some powerhouse of a ball, I'll tell you that, man. And he's a traditional one-hander. As we know, the two-handers become very popular.
Oh, yes,
right?
Yes, incredibly.
Hey, there goes Henry. No problem on that 7-pin. With all that hand revolution, you slow it down just a little bit, right, Mike? And that ball will hook right back into that 7-pin on these house shots.
And it looks like Henry can go out for 235 if he strikes here.
Yep, pretty nice game going on.
Jackson boys side, Danny Robertson's finishing up.
Definitely a tough start for Jackson Memorial. Not so much for Howell.
I think they wanted to make a statement early, saying we're the team to beat.
They certainly are. They certainly are. There's no question about that. They are putting on a display. Another nice smooth release by Henry. I have a funny feeling he was searching out what kind of area he had, Mr. Skillman. What do you think?
I was thinking the same thing. He probably made a little change just to see how the lane would react.
Yep, just to see if he had any kind of wiggle room in there. So, and that's the time to do it, right? You got the match in hand. It's your fill ball. If you leave it unmakeable, it's not a problem. Because you don't have to shoot it.
The rack comes down and sweeps it clean.
That's it, man.
Ooh, that might have been Danny doing the same thing.
Yeah, that could have been his experiment. I tell you, I've been watching these matches online. I'm sure you have too, and it just seems like these lanes break down real fast for these bowlers, right, Mike?
These kids with these rev rates today,
Yep.
the oil just moves so fast. Just adjusting constantly.
All right, so Brandon Palmer goes a little bit high there. He's the 247. He'll probably attack this with some kind of a straight shot, I would assume. And they are going to finish strong. They're going to be in the minimum 1050s.
That's a very good
maybe
game
1060.
for high school bowling.
Absolutely, and there's his straight shot, and there it is.
That's over a 210 average between the team.
Not too shabby. When you have a low score of 194 on your team, that's not too bad, right?
Yeah, you're doing very well.
So, just to run down the Jackson scores for the boys. It's 230 for Mr. Sean Skillman. See a 169 for Joey Silverman. 124 for Danny Elias. 166 for Andrew Klein. And Daniel Robinson with a 200. Their total is 889. So, they're going to have to do a little better than that. They're going to compete with Howell.
Yeah, and like I heard you said it before, with COVID, the team had 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
You kind of lose your momentum. It kind of stopped, and
It definitely does not help.
yeah,
It does not help the cause.
no chance to practice as a team. You were thrown right back into matches.
Absolutely. So they're going to have to shake some rust off. And you know what? They are a good group of bowlers, Mike. And I got a funny suspicion that they're going to bowl a little bit better than that next game.
Yes. Oh, yes. Well, I know they have a match tomorrow against Howell again.
Yep.
Match Saturday against Freehold Township. A match Monday against Colts Neck. And then Tuesday is Shore Conference.
They got a lot of bowling to do in just a few days.
Absolutely.
So they're going to pick it up. They're going to pick it up. So these two teams, Howell and Jackson Memorial, I mean, they're battling for first place here. You know, for the conference. The standings are a little hard to read. They're a little hard to read.
Yeah,
because of all the missed matches, they count those as a loss, Michael. They count the missed match as a loss until they make it up.
Yes, correct.
So, but right now, Howell has just handed the Jackson Memorial boys their first loss of the season. So that puts them exactly tied because Howell only has one loss as well.
They have one loss also. Okay.
That is correct. So whoever wins 2 games today will leave here with the division lead.
And I believe for Shore Conference, they take the top 2 teams.
Yes, I think you're right,
in
Mike.
the division.
Yes, I think you were right.
And I know the boys and girls are also shooting for individual Shore Conference.
Yeah, and that's great that the short conferences are still going on because, as you know, the states have been canceled,
Yeah,
right?
and
There's
everything
no
was canceled.
states. And it's unfortunate because both of these teams would definitely have a very good chance to compete for the title.
A state championship,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Both of these teams are, at the top of their game right now.
But like I said, at least Shore Conference, the kids have something to look forward to. And especially the seniors.
Absolutely.
This gives them something.
Absolutely. Oh, and Nikki just chops that head pin off. These lanes are breaking down. You see Coach Wetzel of the Howell team standing in the background there. I mean, gosh, you probably know better than me how long he's been coaching this team, but I know it's been
Very
a long time,
yes.
right? He's very good with the kids. He's a bowler himself. He understands the game real well. So.
Yes, he does. Coaches the kids, has other coaches come in.
Yep.
Always helping his kids.
And that's what it's all about.
And the boys have already started game 2. The girls are still finishing up game 1.
And what are we looking like here for the girls? We are looking like it's going to be another Howell dub, right?
Girls finished, so I can't see.
They're done? 584. That's what I'm saying.
Not done. Sorry.
Yep, they have 601 in the 10th with a bowler and with 2 bowlers to go. Sorry, with 2 bowlers to go.
Yep.
And Howell girls have 673 in the 10th with their anchor Reagan Smith up. So it looks like this win is going to Howell as well.
Yes, you're right.
We move back over to Mr. Henry Hecht. Love this arm swing. Nice and loose, right?
Yes,
nice
it is.
and loose. And gets that out, gets it into the switch zone, Michael. Wow. What a nice shot that was.
I wish I had half that hand rotation.
Oh, my gosh. You're not kidding. And we have the anchor up here for Howell.
This is Brandon Poe.
Mr. Brandon Ball Palmer, and he goes a little high.
Swisher.
Wow. Wish I could get that
I'll
carry,
take
Mike.
12 of those.
Now, Brandon's a pretty good, accomplished bowler himself. If I remember correctly, I think he won the state title individuals last year. Did he? Sectionals? He won the sectionals.
Yes, he did.
Okay. I was just corrected by Brandon Bone, stating that it was a sectional title. So he's pretty accomplished, and that was as a freshman. Brandon's a sophomore this year. He's averaging 221. He's got a high game of 279 and a high series of 793. So that's pretty good in my books, Mike.
Yes. I think when I was this age.
Good stuff. Oh, there we go. Nice strong finish for Emily. Now, it looks like what did the Howell girls finish with last game? We're checking that right now, everybody. There goes Emily. Cross. Emily's Jackson Memorial's at 699 right now. I tell you, the girls made a heck of a run.
They made a big comeback, and we didn't pay attention.
Whoa.
The Howell girls shot 693.
Howell shot 693 last game. So it looks like the Memorial girls found a way to come back and win this game. Oh.
Heck of a finish by the girls.
7-18. What a comeback by Jackson Memorial. That was something else.
Yeah,
That
Emily,
first strike in that 10th frame, right, Mike?
Yep, Emily with 6 in a row and then 9 spare, or well, 9 count.
We talked about this earlier. We said these kids don't give up. Unfortunately, we gave up
I was
on
going
them.
to say, yeah, we did a little oops.
So that was bad on our part, but we'll have to be more careful next time.
Like I said,
when we
this is
take a
growing
peek at
pains.
that. Yes. Yes.
And on lane 3, just because you guys can see the bowlers on lane 3, that's the JV team. And if any of the kids are struggling on varsity, if somebody on the JV team is doing well, they can swap them out. At any time, they can swap out bowlers.
Yeah. Yeah. And like we said earlier, some of those athletes on the JV team, they're pretty good. They're competing to get on that varsity team as well right now. As Grace steps up. Oh, she gets in his Swiss zone, Mike.
There's Grace, yep.
There goes Andrew. Andrew Klein. Yeah, pretty good shot there. He leaves that 10 pin. She's wiggling a little bit, but doesn't want to fall.
Looking at the Howell boys, they're starting the 3rd frame. The girls are still in the 1st frame. Andrew with the spare, very good.
Oh, he didn't look too worried about that, did he, Mike?
Not one bit. gun.
Gianna picks up that spare.
Yep, Gianna joined the team this year. She's a freshman. She, her whole family bowls. Father,
is that
uncle,
right?
sisters, brothers, cousins.
Oh, I do recognize the last name now that you mention it.
Yep.
D'Ambrosio.
Yes, they're a bowling family.
She's got bowling in her blood. Well, she's averaging 156 as a freshman, so not too bad.
She's doing very well this year. She was averaging into 120s, and she's brought her average up 30 pins within weeks. It's amazing.
Sounds like she's putting the time and work in.
Yes, absolutely.
To get it done.
A lot of these kids, that's all they do. Oops.
That's all right.
Safe.
Safe. All right, Mop, you can pick this up. There we have Victoria up now on lane 1 for Jackson Memorial. Lets that go, and that looks like it's going to make it.
Looks very good,
That's
yes.
a real good shot. Very good pickup. I'll tell you, I have a new appreciation for announcers, Michael. I have a new appreciation for announcers.
Oh, yes.
There's a lot going on over here, and we're trying to keep everybody updated. Sean Skillman stays on
There's
the
just so
spare.
much action between the 4 lanes.
It
It's
is.
hard to
It is.
follow one thing.
Here we go with Gianna Masi. I'll tell you, I think you were here last year with Gianna as well. She leaves a stone 10 pin. Gianna, she has a high game of 294.
Yep.
And she bowled it right here at Howell Lanes pretty much around this time last year, if I remember
It was pretty
correctly.
close, yeah.
Right?
Yes, yep, I was here for it.
Yeah, I was too.
And I'm almost
I was
positive
here.
she was on lanes 3 and 4.
You know
when
what?
She did it.
Yeah, I think you are right. And boy, was that exciting. Was that exciting. And she's averaging 194. Again, a high game of 294, and she's got a high series of 694 as well, Mike.
The reaction didn't look good. And she did miss that in the gutter. But it happens.
Oh, yeah.
She'll come back. Her team will pick her up.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that Howell likes to yell a lot after their shots and encourage each other. And both Jackson teams like to be quiet and silent but deadly.
Yes, as you just said, as Emily knocks 10 over once again. Danny gets that 7 pin. Grace Elias, leadoff bowler.
Starting the second frame.
All right. Just a nice
Grace.
little break there. Oh, and it looks like Andrew made a little ball change, and he puts 10 back. Kicks that 10 out. Looks like a little better ball reaction as Grace lines up to shoot at that 610. She'll go straight at this. Not much hook.
And she got it.
And she gets it, no problem. Here comes another high rep player, Daniel Robinson. Man, he makes those pins. Look, so what was there, 3 pins up there?
The two-handers and the rev rate are just amazing.
Unbelievable.
It's fun to watch.
It sure is.
Now through 3, Howell has, the boys have 158. But that's through 3 frames. We are, actually we're just starting the 4th frame like they are.
Oh.
Sean with a break.
Sean gets that 9 pin out. Pretty good shot, just a little bit high. Maybe make a 1 board or 2 board adjustment on that.
It looks like Sean's walking around the dinner dishes up there. He's sidestepping and I don't know if he's sticking or. Well, now we go back to Howell. And Sean made that spare.
Comes another lefty.
Nikki Courthouse is up.
Boom. Ooh, that looked like a good shot to me. That looked like he's trying to stomp
more
it down. Whatever works.
Absolutely.
No, Nikki, he's a sophomore, and he's averaging 196.
Yes, Nikki's from a bowling family also. He had a brother that bowled, Mike.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, Mike's in college. I think Mike graduated 2 years ago.
No problem for Nikki Kortenhouse picking up that 10 pin. I should have marked it off. Here comes lucky Luke Vetter.
There's Luke.
Lucky lefty Luke Vetter, right? Here we
You
go.
always
nice
have to
and
say
smooth. Luke. There we go. All right, Lukey gets a little break there. Goes a little high. He's very makeable 2-pin.
Oops.
And Reagan.
Reagan
all right,
found that
wait,
same
hey.
dinner plate that Sean had.
Yeah. All right, she wound up behind the foul line. That's all that matters. Leaves a tough spare, though. That's a tough break. 4, 5, 7.
Looks like
but
the 4,
very
5,
makeable.
7. Yeah.
Very makeable. Here comes Luke to shoot at his 2-pin. Looks like he's going to go a little straighter at this. No hook. And no problem.
Perfect. Very good. Nice and smooth.
He is smooth. That young man has really improved his game throughout the years. And in a short period of time, too.
Well, Luke has always said his favorite bowler is Parker Bone, and he said he wanted to copy him in his style and his form.
Pretty close, I'll
And
tell you
he's-
that. I'll tell you that. Pretty darn close. There goes Henry, power player there. And, oh, my goodness, how does that not fall? Wow. I'll tell you, that was a pretty good shot off his hand. It just creeped a little high, Mike, but it still could have gone.
You can always hope.
Yeah, this will be no problem for Henry. He's a seasoned pro. Henry's a junior, so he's got another year after this.
And I'm pretty sure Henry was with your son. They won a USA Bowling. Was it
No,
with your son or
actually,
was it with Danny?
Henry was on a team with Danny.
With Danny Robertson.
And
okay.
also Henry Hecht. They were, I'm sorry, Danny and Jake.
Jake Diaz.
Jake Diaz, yes.
Okay. They made it out to the national finals.
So it was Gianna Masi was on the team as well. Henry Hecht. It was Jake Diaz, Daniel Robertson, and another young fellow named E.J. Chin, who's not in the conference, but all the other bowlers I mentioned are in the conference.
Yes, they're all
They
friends.
all bowl
and-
out of Howell.
Yeah, all friends. They all bowl against each other.
And they are all bowling against each other.
Yep.
Pretty crazy. That's
The camaraderie,
really good.
camaraderie is amazing.
It really is.
They always
yeah.
root for each other.
Yep, absolutely. Really good. There goes, oh, Brandon just leaked that one just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's all right. It's all right. He'll shake that off. He'll shake that off. I'll tell you, when you got that much power, and you always want to make all your spares, of course, but when you got that much power in your game, you know he's going to come back with a double to make up for that open.
Yes. Oh,
you know,
yes.
that's talking about power. Here comes my man Jake Diaz.
Jake, yeah, he's
Look at that. Look at that. That's 10 back right there.
He makes it look too easy.
Unbelievable. Good shot by Jakey.
Well, Lindsay had a little oops.
That's okay. I think she'll come back and run that down. And make a better shot now. Lindsay's also a senior. Average of 135. Now Howell's getting their chant going. You know you're in trouble when they start
right.
chanting,
Once
right,
it
Mike?
start, yeah.
That's it, man.
Whoop, whoa, whoa.
All right, all right.
Very good. Stayed on the
Right,
lane.
That's right. That's right.
That's all you want. Hit the pins.
Very good. I'll tell you one thing. She didn't make the same mistakes, so that's a good thing. I'll tell you, one thing my father taught me when I was growing up bowling, he said, don't ever make the same mistake twice. If you're going to do it wrong another way. Right?
Absolutely.
At least you'll learn something else.
Let's see if
All
we
right,
can get
little-
you a scoring update. Halfway through 5, the Howell boys have 329.
Looks like 329, Mike. And
I can't
pacing
see
around
down
the
1 and 2.
same. same frame, Jackson Memorial has 292. So, very close game right now.
Ooh.
Just
with a little
just
error.
Just missed.
Emily on lane 5. She's been on the Howell team for 4 years. I think she's been a starter all 4. I think she's been on varsity.
That's great. And Henry, that looked good off his hand, but boy, did that turn left at the end.
Well, and that could be the oil starting to move around a little bit. The two-handers and the high rev players moving the oil
what
all over.
happens there, Mike? The what happens to that oil? It kind of wears away, or
Depending if well, I don't see anybody using urethane, so it's not like they're pushing down. But it kind of.
oh,
All right, Henry. Sorry, he caught my
And what a
attention with that.
absolutely beautiful spare by Henry Hecht.
Very good spare.
So yeah, I think with these resin balls today, that some of that oil gets soaked up in these balls, right? And the high rev rate that these guys have, the more times that ball has revolutions over that oil, it's going to start sucking it up more and make that oil dissipate, right?
Yep.
So that's why these lanes change a little bit. And there you go. Wow. Looks like Brandon Palmer wants to cover the whole lane.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
And the difference this year with these kids, that being that they're not switching lanes, normally, both boys teams be on the same pair, and they'd be switching lanes back and forth. So the lanes transition a little bit different. But now that you stay on your lane, all 5 players if they're playing in the same shot, it just tears down their shot much faster.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah.
So the boys have to, and girls for that matter, have to keep an eye on that transition, or the coaches have to keep an eye on that.
It truly is a team sport, right? They got to talk to each other. If they talk to each other, oh, and there you go. That's a beautiful shot. Sawing that 5-pin out of there.
Good shot for Bethany.
So we're taking a look at the scores, and boy, oh boy, are the Jackson boys, Jackson Memorial boys, and the Howell boys really tight right now. All right, 354 up on the scoreboard for Howell, and 368 up on the scoreboard for Jackson. However, Jackson has one more bowler that had bowled already, so it's basically even here.
It's a close one. Yep.
This is what we expected. The 2 powerhouse teams. And Luke, that looks like a nice shot off his hand, and it is. It is.
Luke. And even with Luke and Brandon, both lefties, Brandon Bone Palmer throws a lot more revs than Luke, so that will affect him a little bit. Where Luke's going to have to keep an eye on how the lanes are changing. But it looks like he's a little bit more inside than where Brandon's playing. So
yeah, Mike, the transition for the Howell team will probably be a little bit more difficult on the left side because there are three lefties.
yes,
Right?
oh, there is 3. That's right. I forgot Nick.
Yeah. So.
Oops, sorry about that, Nick.
It's growing pains, Michael. Growing pains.
I've only known him for 5 or 6 years.
And as a lefty bowler yourself, you know that it's uncommon to have more lefties on a lane than it is to have righties on a lane,
yes,
right?
yes, it is.
So, and to your point, wow, Brandon really wheeled that out there. He is throwing that with confidence. Throwing that ball with confidence. That was a heck of a shot. Well, that's what we'll call a star frame for Howell. They all got strikes in the 6th frame. And on top of that, of the 5 strikes, there's 3 doubles up there.
3 doubles, 8 marks, and looks like the Jackson 1, 2, 3 only had 4 marks that frame, so they lost 40 pins.
40 pins. There goes Jake Diaz. I know that boy. When he gets on fire, man, he starts throwing strikes. It's hard to stop. he
Freight train coming through.
And here comes Joey for
I was gonna
Jackson
say,
Memorial.
Joey throws a freight train coming through sometimes
He does too, yeah. That stubborn 10 pin though. It's a little high, but he did throw a couple pins at it. Yeah, for the girls, here comes Gianna. All right.
Very good spare with Gianna.
Here goes Joey at the attempt for the 10 pin. And just a little bit to the left. A lot of this is learning for these young athletes, Mike.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Emily not liking that one at all.
Yeah, well, you know, when you get a certain level like Emily, she can feel it off her hand, right? She'll know right away if it's going to be a good shot, if it's going to come back
Yes,
or
it is.
not,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, she definitely knows.
So that's why she kind of pulled up out of that one and said, nope, I know that one's not coming back,
That's
man.
right.
But I don't know. I think she's got a good shot at this. She's a pretty good spare shooter. And, oh, she put it in the
idea.
right spot. Yes.
Right idea.
That was an excellent shot. Excellent try.
I know Emily has at least one JBT title, Junior Bowlers Tour title, that I think she won fairly recently, I believe.
That's awesome.
And
Well,
I think
she's another one that just really improved.
Emily used to be a backup bowler 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
Her freshman year, she came out and she threw the ball backup her entire freshman year.
I remember that. I remember that.
Her dad worked with her over the summer and said, in order to improve and get better, get you to throw conventional, the right way.
And there's a break there for Andrew
with a
Klein.
killer.
That's the break that he's been looking for. So back to Emily. She in fact did win a JBT right here in this house back in November.
It was November. Okay,
it was
yes.
November.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in 2
So
years,
you
she
were
has
right
come
on.
a
Yeah.
long way.
Yeah. Absolutely. Here comes Daniel Robinson, another power player. Nice shot, nice and steady at the foul line, and that's a bad break.
Yep.
That's a high flush 9 pin, and that's what revolutions and resin will do for you.
And that's just the angle of the ball going through the pins is a little too sharp on the back end. Tends to leave the 9.
Oh! So
Danny looked surprised. I thought he had that.
I thought he had that too.
Yeah, very surprised.
Danny also had some success in that JBT just recently as well. He was bowling on a sport shot. I believe it was 33 or 34 feet pattern.
That's right. And I think that
It's
was
33
won by
foot, yep.
Brandon Bone.
One by.
I think Brandon
won by Brandon Bone.
pretty much ran the field.
Yeah, and Danny wound up in 4th place, and Brandon made it look like light work.
Yeah.
I think that was that the tournament when all 3 of the Bones
Yes, it is.
made step ladder? So we'll have to call that tournament the Bone Tournament.
Yes.
right? So, they're pretty good last
And
time
I think that's the
checked.
one where Sydney, their sister Sydney, beat Justin, I believe.
Oh no.
Justin's going to love me for that one.
Oh,
Sorry, Justin.
Justin's already sending messages saying, Michael, why'd you have to go there?
Well, it's a shame to see Justin being a senior. He's graduating, so he's done with high school bowling. It's a shame to see him go. He's a pleasure to watch, but I know he's continuing his education at Wichita State and continue
That's right.
bowling for the Wichita State team.
That's right. Absolutely. Well, they're
And just being that the Bones are from Jackson, to add Sydney yesterday had her first 300 game.
You know what? I saw that.
Yep.
I saw that, absolutely. And I think she was bowling with Justin as well. They were doing a pre-bowl.
Yes. Yep.
And Justin was bowling with her, and that was a heck of a thing to see.
That's amazing.
I saw the post on Facebook, and that was really awesome.
And I think Sydney's been bowling only 4 years.
Yeah, I mean,
think so.
she's relatively new, and
Yeah.
man,
Yep.
she has put her time and her work in as well. So, well-deserved. Well-deserved. So, Gianna looked like she had a little problem at the foul line right
Yeah,
there.
just a little.
So, and, just back to Justin, because it is his senior year. Yeah, man, he has really really come a long way too. I mean, you know, he could throw the ball one hand, two hands. He gets just as much revs on that ball with the one hand as he does with the two hands.
It's fun to watch them ball.
He
Just
is
the talent, and
so smooth,
the fun they have.
Yeah, he's always been smooth since day one I've seen him. So phenomenal. Wichita State's lucky to have him. There comes Gianna trying to combat that foul line once again. And that looks a lot better.
Yeah, I was going to say that looked much
That's
better.
a good shot.
Much better ball, Gianna. Looking through scores through middle of 8th. I can't read them, so I'll let Dave do them.
Oh, through 8.
Sorry,
I'm
the blind
sorry.
guy.
I didn't know you were cueing me.
I'm the blind guy.
You're good. You're good. So through 8, we are actually kind of in the middle of the 8th frame. Jackson Memorial for the boys sit at 622, and the boys for Howell sit at 600.
There are Howell's 2 bowlers behind.
Yep.
2, 3, 4. Looks like it's probably 20 to 30 pins in Howell's favor.
Here comes
With
Sean
the strike.
Skillman. Lets that baby go, and
ringing 10 pin.
That's a nasty break right there. Really good shot. Yeah, as we switch over to the girls' scores, as we watch Grace just miss that head pin to the right. Looks like Jackson Memorial's at 285 through 5 frames. They just started the 6th frame. And Howell is at 257 through 5 frames. They're 2 bowlers into the 6th frame, so they're pretty even. 2 close matches here. Slight edge for the boys of Howell over Jackson right now. And looks like a slight edge for the girls of Memorial.
Memorial, yeah.
Right now.
Sean just missed
Very
the 10
slight
pin.
edge.
But hopefully Joey will come back and pick them up.
Yeah, well, that's why it's a team sport. You got to pick each other up.
Absolutely.
Nobody's perfect. That looks like a nice posted shot there. Oh, that's a bad
It
break.
looks like
That's
a 2-9.
4-9, right?
Yeah, sorry.
4-9. That's okay. That's you know what? That's a pocket shot. Just a little too much drive on the back end. He can make a little adjustment off of that.
All right, Gianna, very good ball.
Gianna gets 10 down. Yeah, Joey gives it a shot. He puts it on the correct side of the pin, just a little too far. Victoria.
I don't know if you can
Looks
hear
like
the
a
Howell
pretty good-
girls, but they're starting to scream and get loud.
Well, they got some work going on down there.
Yes,
Looks like
they do.
Reagan Smith's got 3 in a row. She's up now, going for 4. That's why they're getting a little pumped up, I think. As we wait for Victoria to throw her shot. Reagan goes just a little bit high. Unfortunately, cannot break up the split.
Ooh.
And Andrew
Andrew
also
came up
goes
high.
high. Yep, cannot break up that split. Andrew looks confused out there. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, that could be the lane transitioning again.
Yep, I think it is, Mike. I think it is. So you see Andrew split up there. That's the old 6-7. He's going to fire at it and, sends it over, but no luck.
Oh, Danny Elias had a double. I missed that one.
Oh, here
All
goes
right.
Daniel Robertson.
Big ball for Danny. That'll help keep Jackson in the match.
I tell you what, Mike, what I'm seeing on these lanes, if you send it out, it doesn't look like it's coming back real good. And you pull it in, it's, I'm sorry, yeah, if you pull it in, it is just taking off. So it's almost like a reverse block out there.
It seems a little, yeah.
Seems weird.
Like I say, it depends on the teams that are on there and how the boys break it down, or the girls.
Yeah. Yep, you're right, Mike. It's how they're breaking it down, and it doesn't look like they all work together to make that happen, right? Oh, looks like Sean switched balls there, Mike.
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, well, he knows what he's doing, Dad.
Yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
He won't admit it, but he'll listen every once in a while. Really nice shot by Emily. Oh, very nice shot. Okay, back to the Howell side.
So score update here. Looks like the Howell boys are starting to take a little bit of a commanding lead here.
Double for Henry. That's a big ball,
Yeah.
big shot.
And Henry always lets you know about it.
Yes, he does.
He'll let you know about it. I was a big shot, and he knew it. No, we're getting pumped up.
And Brandon Bone Palmer right now is on a spare.
All right. Lindsay gets 6. So try again at the spare. As Mr. Jake Diaz goes up. Shows you how to rev it up.
One in the 10th frame.
And it throws pins
Breaks
at
up
the
the split.
10th pin. Yes. That's stubborn 7 pin, though. That's a really good shot. So the boys match is a little ahead of the girls match. As Lindsay shoots it over there and gets 2 of the 4. She gets half of them.
It was funny. I'm looking at the Howell boys team, and there is no seniors on that team.
Yeah, it's
they're
fun.
not losing anybody.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Wetzel before the match, and he was kind of gloating about that fact that he's going to be pretty good for the next few years.
That's going to be scary next year. Wow.
Jake up for his fill ball, can go 190. Nice and smooth, sends it out. That looked like a test shot too, Mike.
It could be.
He wants to see how far out he could get that ball. 187, finishes with a 187, which is not bad. I know it's not up to Jake's expectations. He's a perfectionist. He likes to throw quality shots every time. Mr. Brandon Bones on his way out, so see you later, sir.
Yeah, so getting back to the no seniors on the Howell's team, that is going to be a strong team for years. Wow.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm sure they have a couple of JV bowlers coming up too. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen their full roster. I just seen their starters, but my guess would be they've got a couple of people sitting in the background too.
Yes, yes.
Waiting in the wings.
Well, I know some 8th graders that bowl in the leagues in Howell, and I know they're looking forward to high school next year.
Oh, there you go.
Some of them are up-and-coming players, so
it's I'll tell you, I guess it's no coincidence that all these young bowlers are doing so well are from Howell. I think there's a pretty good youth program over here.
it's not bad. I can't complain. And the girls are starting the top of the 8th.
So we got Luke Vetter looking to clean up this 10th here. Moves up a little light. 2 baby splits there, Michael, for Luke. 2 at once.
Babies.
2 at once.
He wanted to make sure he got it right.
That's right. The good old 3, 9, 10. I think he's got a good shot at converting this.
Being that he's left-handed, at least the ball will be going in the right direction.
Yeah, he did switch over to a plastic, though.
Did he?
Yeah, so let's see how he attacks this. And boom,
there you go. This is why we're here, and he's up there.
That is absolutely right. What a great shot. So Luke will fill the frame for 147. Howell as a whole has 841 right now with 2 bowlers left. And Jackson Memorial boys are at 822 with 1 bowler left. So looks like this one's going to Howell boys again. That
one looks like it's a final for the Howell. I mean, for the Memorial team. The Howell boys are going to take this game. Very nice shot by Luke. Luke is so smooth. He makes it look easy. Henry up. He's on a double. Here's 10th frame. And make that 3 in a row for Henry. Like we said, when Henry gets rolling, he'll let you know about it. And Emily is up on lane 5. She's on a double. Looks like the Jackson boys team right now, they're having a little meeting with the coach to talk about their adjustments and what they want to do for game 3. It looks like coach is making a replacement. And it looks like Chris Steppett is coming in with the Jackson Memorial boys team for game 3.
Chris, I believe, is a sophomore too.
Yes,
right? He's coming in. Who's he replacing?
I haven't found that out yet. Yeah, they haven't changed the score yet.
All right, but Chris is taking a couple of warm-up shots now as the girls continue to bowl, and they're in the 9th frame now for Howell, and the Jackson Memorial girls are about halfway through the 8th frame. And Jackson Memorial girls have 452, while Howell girls have 424, so that one remains close. This Brandon Ball and Palmer shows us how to do it again.
Yes, he does. And it looks like Joey Silverman is going to come out, and they're going to put Chris in his place.
Okay, so they're going to do a little switch there, see if they can get somebody to rally the troops here, I guess.
Yes, and as they make a replacement, if they make a replacement after the game, the incoming bowler gets 2 balls practice on that lane to for a little warm-up.
Okay, all right, gets him a little feel for the lane.
Yes.
Good. As Brandon steps up again, and no problem. He tosses those pins around like they're little toothpicks, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
My goodness.
I must say the Howell team today is putting on a clinic.
Yeah, they. Oh, here comes Tart. Coach Tart.
There's a down the lane view of Emily.
And
That was game 10. Oh, what was first game? 9. All right, this is Gianna Maisie. I'm sorry, this is Grace Elias. Sorry, Grace.
so for Jackson Memorial, they shoot 840. They shoot 889 game 1 for the boys, and 842 for game 2. So, you know, they're really looking to rebound this game, regroup a little bit. You know, they're going to have to make some changes here, and they're going to need to, you know, make sure that they are just keeping their heads up.
Yes, yes.
You know, and they will. I mean, they're a bunch of seasoned bowlers, even though some of them are, you know, young. But they'll come back. They'll come back, and they'll learn off of that. Sean will probably come back and talk to the team a little bit about what happened on that shot, why that came up late, if he hit his target, if he missed his target, how he threw it, right?
Yeah, they may have talked about something, strategy, and Sean was the guinea pig to see what kind of reaction.
And here comes our
Chris with his first shot.
Chris step it. All right. Not a bad opening shot. Crosses over a little bit, but gets 9 pins.
Chris has been working very, very hard on his game too. He's always here practicing.
Yeah, it's good to see him get a shot in here too. I'm sure he had a little bit of nerves on that first shot, and he'll probably loosen up a little bit.
Yep, you're absolutely right. It's just nerves are coming onto the varsity level, being put in, and the pressure of knowing that you're bowling against Howell. You know, kind of put a little extra pressure on yourself.
Sure, and you know, they're looking at him to give the team a spark. So I'm sure he'll bounce back next frame as well. Here comes Danny Elias. See if Memorial can get anything going as Howell boys just start, and Jake Diaz goes 9 spare.
Danny left the 6 count. Missed the head pin to the right, so it looks like they may have talked about a plan because Sean came up light. Danny just came up light.
So what they'll have to do now is fill these frames and keep talking to each other and try to make the right adjustments. That looks like a perfect cover. That's a real nice shot.
Very good shot.
That's not an easy spare, Mike.
Oh, no. These kids make it look easy, but...
Yes, they sure do. Yeah, Victoria steps up, tries to get that wood. Oh, just slides by. Andrew steps up for Jackson Memorial. Looks like he made a ball change. Wow.
All right.
Ball change.
Crossover, but it works.
He made that one hook.
This down lane camera is so different. Seeing the ball coming right at you. You can actually see the bowlers, watch their eyes, and see where they're looking.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat angle. All right. Gianna breaks that one up. Well, let's get a score update here for the girls because they are winding down. Howell is in the Howell girls are in the 10th frame on their second bowler, and they have a total of 458 right now. And the Jackson Memorial girls, they have 514, and they're on their last bowler right now, after Gianna shoots this, their ankle will be up in the 9th frame. Oh, Gianna's good. She's going to move to the left on this and shoot this straight
And-
cross lane.
Yep, looks like a plastic ball.
Yep. You try to go straight at this so that the ball doesn't hook. And, oh, looks like she maybe missed her mark just a little bit to the left.
But that's the reason for going to the plastic, so it won't hook on you. It'll just go straight.
Yep.
It takes the oil out of play. It takes the lane conditions out of play. And
So the girls' match is a lot tighter than it appears to be on the scoreboard.
yeah, we're not going to call it yet because we did that the first game, and
We apparently don't know how to do math.
we made a oops.
We've only been doing this for a combined 100 years. As Emily shows us how to knock 10 down. All right. Here comes Mr. Sean Skillman to pick up his spare.
Uh-oh.
And that one just hooks a little too much on the
And
back end for
that's the
him.
difference between using the plastic ball and a urethane ball,
That's
where
a good point, Mike.
the lane condition comes into play. And you can see Grace's reaction on that one. She wasn't happy with that.
Here comes Chris Steppett trying to redeem himself for the last frame, and I think that's a good shot off his hand. Goes across,
All right,
leaves
9
another
count.
6-pin. Very makeable. Here comes Grace Elias now. Memorial's leadoff bowler.
And the girls are starting their 10th frame. Howell girls are in their 4th bowler of the 10th frame.
With a 5:03 for the Howell girls. 2 bowlers left. And Grace picks that one up. Very nice. Danny Elias goes a little bit high, breaks up the split though. He's going to try to go after that spare. I think the boys are going to have to do a little bit more than spares though, Mike, based on what I'm seeing from Howell.
Yes, yes. And Howell boys are through their 1st frame, and they have four marks and 1 open.
And Danny pulls out the plastic ball, Michael, and knocks down that 2-pin spare.
That's how to do it.
Yeah, goes straight at it. All right, Andrew's going to try to capitalize on that break that he had before. Looks like he made the move a little further to the left, sent it out, and it looks like the right adjustment. He gets a nice mixer on that one. So he takes advantage of that first strike, where he got lucky and crossed.
Gianna with a 9 count. Danny made a ball change.
Looks like he moved more left as well.
Yeah, he
All right.
came back to his locker right here and grabbed out another ball.
Okay.
And you can see the pile of bowling balls down on the bottom of the ball return.
Yeah, and what they're doing, Mike, is is the lanes transition a little bit. You know, they're getting a little deeper and they're bringing out some stronger balls to smooth it out, right? Just kind of smooth that shot out a little bit. So these guys, you can see that Daniel and Andrew talk to each other. They're making the moves pretty much in the same way. Daniel's rev rate is probably a little bit higher than Andrew's because he's got the 2-hand approach.
Yes, yeah.
But very similar ball reactions. So you can see they kind of made the move with the balls and with their feet.
Chris is up.
That's 3 times
All right.
crisscross in a row. I'm sure somebody will talk to him and ask him to make a little move. Make a little move to the left. He's got a nice smooth release though. It's more of a down and in player.
Very much, yes. Yep.
Yeah, back over to Howell.
But he is learning. He's still learning the game, learning the
For sure.
nuances of it.
For sure. I tell you, his foundation looks good. He's nice and steady. Looks like he knows he needs to post up there, and that's always a good thing.
Looks like the girls are finished.
So it looks like Howell has a sub in here too, Mike. Looks like Joe S. I'll call him. Shapani. Joe Shapani.
Oh, they made a change.
Shapani. Joe's coming in. He averages 170. He's got a high game of 235 and a high series of 602. Goes a little high on that shot. Leaves that double wood spare, which is always tough.
All right. And it looks like he came in to replace Henry, the fourth bowler. Although I can tell because Henry's in the back with his coat on.
That's
So
a pure giveaway.
that'd be a clue.
And that's a nice cover by Joe. That is a hard spare. That 3, 6, 9, 10. Makes it a little more difficult with that 9-pin in the back, right, Mike?
Yes, it does. And I'm just thinking we'll have our roving reporter come around and find out why Henry is in coat. Hopefully he's okay.
Hopefully he is okay. Yeah, I'm hoping he didn't sustain an injury. I didn't
I
see anything.
I think he just, I know his second game was 234.
Yeah, he was throwing it great. There we go, Bethany. She puts 10 back.
Bethany also comes from a bowling family. Her brothers bowl, her father bowls.
His brother Gus.
Yes.
Yeah, he's actually bowling at Belmont Abbey right now
Yes.
for college.
Gus Quinton.
Yep.
You all right? Okay. Aha!
Oh,
Okay, our roving reporter told us why.
Mr. Henry Hecht has to work.
I don't know. Bowling over. Bowling supersedes work.
I don't know. That sounds like a responsible young man over there.
Well, like I said, I had to stay at work to pay for Sean's haircut, so.
Jake Diaz going after that split. Oh,
All right,
it's
Jake.
so close. So close.
All right. Wow, the Howell girls have just thrown 5 strikes in a row to open up the third game.
Mike, did you catch their score? Final score?
I didn't, but we will find it.
Yes.
And we're not going to say who won.
Here comes Nick. He puts 10 back. He puts 10 back. No, so the Jackson Memorial girls score for the second game is 667. We're in process right now of trying to locate the Howell girls score because they have started their third game. And as Mike said, wow, they all struck in the first frame, another star frame. Here comes Luke. Luke! And he mixes them up. Little unlucky break there. That 9-pin could have gone. So an update on the second game for the girls. Howell girls shot 577. Memorial girls shot a 667. So game 2 goes to Jackson Memorial there. So Jackson Memorial girls are 2-0 right now, and the Howell boys are 2-0 right now. So this is a very big game for both teams, boys and girls, trying to grab another game here.
The Memorial boys side, they are in the 4th frame, their last bowler. Danny Robertson just struck. Looks like they have 276.
So it looks like Memorial's game plan might be starting to come together right now.
Yeah, they're a full frame and a half ahead of the Howell boys, so it's a little tough to figure out.
And there's a lot of bowling left.
What they're
Don't
doing.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm just gauging based off of some previous shots that they had. Looks like they're starting to find that pocket a little bit more right now.
Good spare for Joe. And Joe's in the same boat where you're coming in from JV to varsity and the pressure's on and you want to perform.
It's not an easy spot. Because
he just makes it look so easy.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. He makes those pins look really light. Yeah, you know, another challenge that the subs have to contend with are what we've been talking about the whole time is lane conditions, right? So yeah, they're bowling on another lane before they come into the varsity game, but the lanes are going to be totally different.
Yes, you're absolutely right, yes.
Because of all the games bowled on the varsity.
Oh, a crusher by Jake.
You got to take them because you can't give them back. Well, you know what? Bowling's a funny game, Mike, as you know. You know, Jake Diaz got a break there, but you know those bowling gods, man. They'll come back and they'll give you one that stone 10 pin at one shot, right? That you don't deserve.
Yes, they give it and they take it.
Yes, well put. Well put. Nick puts up a double, and Gianna's up for Memorial Girls in the first frame. Andrew Klein steps up. That big move to the left. More aggressive bowling ball. And throws 10 back in the pit. You can't do it any better than that, honestly. There comes Emily.
Running high.
Anchor bowler.
But okay.
All
like
right.
you said, the gods giveth and the gods taketh.
That was certainly a giveth. Comes Mr. Robertson. Again, that two-handed. He also moved way left like Andrew. That one just didn't want to recover.
Wow. Was that a plastic ball he threw?
I don't know. I don't think it was. But who knows?
That's his plastic ball, I think.
He's got enough rev rate to throw a plastic ball. I'll tell you.
That was a heck of an idea.
I tell you what, that shows the versatility of these kids too. You see how he threw that ball? He threw that ball back up.
Two-handed backup.
Two-handed backup ball. That takes some talent and skill and a lot of practice. Right, here comes Sean.
He is
Sends
having
it
a
out.
hard
He
time
is.
this game.
He is. Oh! And what a cover there by Grace Elias. Wow! That's how you do it.
That should get the team pumped a little bit.
Absolutely. With that 4, 7, 10, slid that 4 right into that 10.
Looks like we have a breakdown on lane 2.
All right, little break in the action on lane 2. As Brandon Bone Palmer picks up a 7-pin.
It's Coach Freeth in the back. Coach Tart, sorry. So used to the boys team. Coach Tart in the background for the girls team.
These coaches are so important, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, things don't get done without them. It's like Jake may have tugged that one in a hair. And the lanes don't look very forgiving today. But he did break up the split. Leaves a very makeable spare. And, I know Jake has been working hard on his spare game. And he'll give this one a good ride. As
all right, Vicky with an 8 count.
Steps up. Goes a little high. And over on the other pair that you can't see, Jake did pick up his spare. So good job.
It looks like, nope, gate's still down. Look at all those bowling balls down on the ground there. Between the urethane and the plastic.
Wow. You can't say these kids don't have options.
Sometimes it's too many options.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know, it is. They watch the pros on TV and see them do well with the ball. And, Dad, I want that ball.
Yeah, that's true, Mike. That's true. That's one way to combat the lanes. And, you know, another way is with speed, with rev rate, with hand position, right?
Yes, yes.
There's all different ways you can combat the lane. And it looks like these young athletes choose to use a new ball.
Yeah, exactly. Because we can.
Because they can. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that either.
That's Nicky Courtenhouse up. And he got his spare.
No doubt about that one. I like Nicky's game. Nice and solid at the line. Nice and smooth. Very accurate.
He's left-handed, so I have to like him. All right, it looks like they fixed lane 2. Showing us shooting for his split now.
As Luke just misses that head pin to the left a little bit. Leaves the a version of the washout. It's not a true washout. Washout would be the head pin, the 3 pin, and the 6 pin with the 7.
Gianna just picked up, I think she had a washout.
I missed it. I was looking at the Howell. Chris crosses over. All right, leaves very makeable 5 pin.
All right, girls
Chris's foundation is good too, Mike. He's really, like you said, I know he just started, but he's come a long way. As Emily shows you how to shred that rack.
Yes. Wow. Girls just finished their 2nd frame. Oh.
Looks like Chris tried to move outside a little bit and found some dry. That was unfortunate. Oh.
All right, good ball by Grace.
And
right
Grace
in the pocket.
Was certainly paying attention to Emily. She put it right where Emily did, but as her brother, Danny, goes up, goes a little high, leaves a 3 pin, sorry. I'll tell you, Mike, after the last split she made, I don't think this one's going to be any problem for Grace.
It shouldn't be.
And
right, absolutely.
Call it a hunch. And here comes Danny to shoot his single pin spare. Yeah.
It runs in the family.
It runs in the family. They are good at single pin spares.
And their dad, Jeff, used to be a bowling coach at, I believe, Woodbridge.
That's
I'm not
right.
100% sure.
Yep, that's right.
He was a coach somewhere.
Andrew steps up. That one went high on him. He leaves what we call in the game the baby split, right? Yeah. That ball can be fit right in between the 3 and the 10 pin. And that's where Andrew's going to try to put that ball. Probably go a little straighter at it. As Gianna goes up
Gianna,
and she
very good
covers
spare.
that like a pro. No problem. Goes Andrew.
Andrew's up.
And, yep, there he goes. Textbook.
Somebody taught him well.
Yeah, I don't know who that would be. Yeah, we got Victoria up on lane 1 for Jackson Memorial, and she's going to cross over. And she'll leave that 5-8. Up. Daniel. Looks like we may have another breakdown on lane 2. Yeah, we are back on Howell now as we try to take care of that breakdown on 2. There's Nikki back up at it. Comes a little high. Comes a little high. Fell out of that one a little bit. Breaks up the split. Lindsay lines up that 5-9. Takes her 4-step approach, lets it go.
Gonna be
and
close.
Just misses. Just misses. Very good effort. So Nikki's going to stay with that strike ball. He's probably going to kill it a little bit, change his angle.
Ooh, picked up 2.
Very close. Very close. Oh.
Let's see, right now, Howell's in the middle of the 5th frame. Middle of 6th frame.
As Luke goes up,
420.
strokes that ball nice,
That was a
turns
good
over,
shot.
and that was a perfect shot.
Yep, that was a good shot.
That's what we call 10 back. And we watch Luke go up there, release that ball. Nice move on the back. He's saying, come on, baby, go. And they went. That ball got to that pocket, no problem, Luke. Great shot, kid.
Okay, I've been corrected. Jeff was a coach at East Brunswick. Jeff Elias, Grace and Danny's father. Sorry about that, Jeff.
I'm glad you tuned it in, Jeff. Listen, the important thing is you're a coach and a teacher. We need you.
I know he's a math teacher, so that's a good thing.
Looks like Reagan with a little problem with the approach up there. Every once in a while seems to be a sticky spot up there. Could be something on her shoe. She's going to look at that now. She'll take care of that.
Oh, Joe chopped that pin.
Yeah, so we're going to update you on the scores real quick here. Jackson Memorial boys, we'll start with the boys. They are rounding out the 6th frame, and they've got a total of 456. And Howell, they are also rounding out the 6th frame, and they have a total of 447. For the girls, Jackson Memorial, they are starting their 4th frame, and they have a total of 201. And Howell girls, they're starting their 5th frame, so they're 1 full frame ahead, and they have 245 total. So pretty close matches on both sides.
Oh,
you can see that focus on Brandon's face as he goes up there. But
that was surprising.
Yeah, he didn't expect that to hook, Mike. I mean,
yeah.
I didn't either. He's throwing that plastic ball at it, right? Oh,
See if Jake will
But I'll
start
tell
him up.
I'll tell you well, let's watch Jakey throw this first. I'll tell you, the reason why that ball may have hooked, you got a lot more transition on that lane, right? Because remember we talked about that earlier with the 3 left-handers breaking that oil down. So, that plays a key part in this. You got to stay ahead of that transition.
It does,
bit,
and
right?
being a lefty, we're not used to seeing that at all.
That's a great
I could
point.
go 3 games and not move my feet one board. Where the right-handed players, they could 10, 15 boards.
And hey,
at the end.
I guess sometimes, Mike, that could be an advantage for you, right? Because your lanes your side doesn't break down as fast.
Yes, exactly.
Or it could be a disadvantage, right?
It is.
If you need it to break down.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So you don't have a look out there, and you need somebody to break that down with you. Oh,
Ooh, wow, that was a nice ball by
10
Brittany,
back
Bethany.
by Bethany. What a great shot. Lindsay's up. Gets it to ride that gutter. Okay.
All right.
All right. She got 7 out of that. Very good. And here comes our man Luke.
Luke is up.
Another smooth shot. He liked that one off his hand.
Luke.
He liked that one. That was 2 solid shots by Luke Vetter. After a little bit of a rough start, Luke's putting it together. And there you back-to-back replays for Mr. Luke Vetter. Those were the 2 best shots he threw all day, Mike.
Lindsay for the spare. And she got it.
Well done. Joe Schipani lets it rip off his hand. Ball comes back strong, and that's 10 back.
And considering he came in, he's doing very well. He's doing very well for their team. Now, Dave, with the 2-handers, they don't put their thumb in the bowling ball, correct?
Well, there are some 2-handers that actually do put their thumb in the bowling ball. Most of them don't, from what I can see. And I do drill bowling balls as well, so most of the balls I drill for 2-handers, they do not put their thumb in. Brandon, I think I saw him put his thumb in the ball. I think his thumb was right in that ball.
Is it? Okay.
And I'll tell you what, as a ball driller, I love that. You know why? Because you can alter a ball by putting a hole in it. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
So the 2-handers that don't have a thumb hole drilled into the ball, their ball will react differently with the same layout as a 2-hander that puts their thumb in the ball.
Okay.
All right? Now, Jake does not put his thumb in the ball.
Good spare by Jake. Reagan for her spare attempt. And she didn't like that one. Minor oops.
Yeah, that's okay. She's a steady Eddie pro. She will shake that off and move on. She'll throw a good clean shot her next frame. And here comes Shiana for Jackson Memorial.
Oh,
and
there you go.
She gets that cross to tumble on down. All right. We got Andrew Klein for Jackson Memorial. Up there.
Yeah,
Oh, that looked like
shot.
a pretty pure 8 shot, and that's 10 back.
Now, I know we were talking before about short conference. They have individual short conference, individuals for boys and girls. The top 3 averages in the division make it to the individuals, plus 10% of the rest of the field, and I think
Okay.
Oh, okay. I know Brandon Bowen was definitely leading all averages. And And I know, I think Danny Robertson and I think Brandon Bone Palmer was third. They were the top three.
So, Mike, you're right. You had mentioned Brandon Bone, and he is actually leading short conference. We actually talked to him a little while ago, and he said he was right around 230.
Oh boy, okay.
Yeah, so I think he said around 230. So, you never know with him.
Just 230. That's
And then
nothing.
actually in this squad here, we've got a lot of the top bowlers. Jake Diaz, who's bowling lead off for Howell, is third.
Okay.
Daniel Robinson, who bowls ankle for Jackson Memorial, is fourth. And Brandon Bone Palmer, the powerful lefty anchor on Howell, he's in ninth right now for the entire short conference. So.
Sean looks like he's having a rough game this one. He seems lost.
So Mike, we got three locks here to make the individuals, which is Brandon Bone, Jake Diaz, and Daniel Robertson. So they're.
Yeah, I know they're taking top three and then 10% of the remaining boys. And I know for Memorial, Sean Skillman was in it, Andrew Klein was in it, and obviously Danny Robertson.
Yeah, right now I think you got your locks in at Brandon Bone Palmer, right? Justin Bone, Joseph Dominguez, Shawnee Skillman,
Yep.
Henry Hecht, Andrew Klein, Tommy Sanfilippo. Those are the guys in the top 10%. And ironically, as I said, Tommy Sanfilippo, who guess who just walked by?
He just walked by, yeah.
The man himself, Tommy Sanfilippo.
Tommy bowls for Colts Neck. And we'll be bowling them Monday, I believe. I think that's part of the schedule. If they can fit them in. Like I said, with COVID, they're trying to get as many matches as possible by Monday because Tuesday starts the short conference.
And they are bowling at Ocean Lanes for the short conference, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir. So I'll tell you, it's impressive the list of bowlers that we just talked about, just named, I should say, that are going to
That are from here, yeah.
to the individual.
One thing I haven't heard is if they're allowing spectators. I know they're not right now for their regular matches at Ocean, so I don't think they are, but we're trying to find out.
I'm on board with you there, too.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm trying to find out as well. We got our fingers crossed. At least they let one spectator in, right?
So
That
yeah,
would be
maybe one
nice.
parent.
Yeah, one parent, one guardian. All right, so the boys match is coming down to the into the ninth frame now. I should say Howell is in the ninth frame with 6:05 on the board, and Jackson Memorial, they are in their on their fourth bowler. Andrew Klein's up right now. I'll wait for him to throw. And he puts 10 back. So they are at 569 right now with one bowler left in the eighth. So 569, one bowler left in the eighth for Jackson Memorial boys. 625 for Howell boys. They're on their third bowler in the ninth. As Daniel Robertson sets up for Memorial. That was a nice clean shot there. Goes a little high.
Jumped high on him.
And oh, there's Tommy Sanfilippo right now at his locker. That's the man who just walked by before.
Everybody's got to get on camera.
Oh, and Grace Elias is bowling too.
All right, Grace.
Beautiful pickup by Grace. Daniel goes after that 3-pin spare and gets it no problem at all. Gianna stepping up, throws it. Looks like a pretty good shot. Gonna cross over, leave the 5-8. She'll make a run at that. Make a run at that.
Sean looks like he's trying to go harder and straighter. And that ball jumped on him.
I tell you, that ball has a lot of back end on it.
It does.
A lot of back end on it. But you know what? He left the makeable. Keeping it around the head pin. Sometimes that's all you do in this game. Try to keep it around the head pin and leave a makeable shot. Unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
Mike, with Sean going high there, it is very common for the high school bowlers, especially on the boys' side, to experience big transition in that last game, right?
Yes.
Because of the high rev rates that these boys have. Some of the girls have that rev rate as well, but most of the boys, if you watch these two, especially these two teams, they're powerhouses. They're putting a lot of revolutions on that ball.
They are.
That ball.
Yep.
And that tears that lane up. So it's not uncommon.
And it definitely looks like Game 3. The scores are. It seems like each game is getting lower.
Definitely going in the wrong direction, as
Yes,
they would
yeah.
say, right? But I'll tell you, they're battling though. They're battling, like we said earlier on. They don't give up, and they are talking after every shot. I'm watching them. They're talking after every shot to tell each other what's going on.
Oh, good try by Vicky. Right idea.
Put it on the correct side of the head pin, that's for sure. And here comes Chris. All right. It was a little bit high.
The thing is now, if the lanes
4-9.
are getting harder, if the lanes are getting tougher, if you can stay clean, meaning if you could leave a 9 count, much easier to make a single pin spare than
that's
leaving
a
like
good
a 5
point.
count or something.
That's a good point. Just keep that ball in play right now, right? Don't leave anything that's unmakeable or very difficult to make.
Of course, if you do what Gianna just did and threw a strike, well, then that makes the rest of that point moot. All right, Howell boys are starting the 10th frame.
And they're
think you
letting
can hear them.
Memorial know about that. Danny had a little problem with that one off his hand, it looked like.
I think Howell screamed so loud they scared him.
All right, so as Howell starts at 10th frame for the boys, they have 7:05 with Jake Diaz up right now. And Jackson Memorial, they're sitting at 6:03 after their third bowler has finished the 9th frame. Andrew steps up, throws a little swish zone shot, and he lets him know about it. Real clean shot by Andrew Klein. We'll see if Daniel Robinson can jump aboard the strike train. As Emily goes up, shoots her 5-pin. No problem.
No problem for Emily.
There comes Daniel.
Oh, Danny went down. I saw feet fly.
We talked about the approaches and shoes, how important they are. Maybe he stepped in something on the way in the back settee area. He's checking his shoe now. Your feet are your foundation in bowling. You got to make sure everything's good when you're going up there. So I'm just glad he's okay because he took a pretty bad fall there, Michael.
Yeah,
that's the most important thing. See, he keeps his balance on that one. And he gets 8. So that's unfortunate.
It is. Luckily, he's okay. Nothing bad.
Yep.
He got up right away. Good to see.
Anytime you go over that foul line, as you know, Mike, that counts as a 0.
Yeah.
So that first ball, even if he got pins down, it gives him a 0 because it's a foul. As Sean steps up, he made an adjustment.
Well, okay.
Almost got a terrible break there, but just leaves 10-pin. Gianna's up. Looks like a cross shot. And wow, you don't expect a stone 10-pin on a cross shot.
No.
But nonetheless.
On a cross shot, you expect them all to go down.
Especially if you hit the left side.
If it hits the head pin, it should be a strike.
Especially for these hard-working kids. They deserve it. All right, Sean's up with his plastic. He's showing you how to straighten out a ball with plastic. Good job.
I know you can't see it, but Sean had a smile on his face behind that mask.
I thought his hair got in his way.
Yeah. He could use that excuse. I'll let him. He's picking up turbulence down the lane.
Looks like every pin's going to be big here.
Yeah, I see Sean talking to Chris and Danny. I don't know what they're probably just tell them, get whatever you can.
All right.
I'm sure Sean is glad this game is over.
Phil 7. That's okay. That's okay. Things happen.
Oh, yeah.
So we're looking. We'll give you a score update here as Howell enters the third bowler in the 10th frame. They have 775. And as Jackson Memorial enters the second bowler of the 10th frame, they are at 677.
So it's looking Hal's about 60 to 70 pins up because they have a 3 marks working and we only have 2. And there goes Luke with his second ball in the 10th.
Luke trying to encourage that ball to hold a little bit.
Jackson, Chris made his spare.
So Chris can go 159 with a strike. Am I calculating that right? Did I count to 10? Yes.
Too far for me to see.
Yes. Luke does a smart thing. He gets the wood in a fairly close game. You don't want to give away any pins. So really nice comeback by Luke. He shoots a 170.
Ooh, good run by Lindsay.
And we come down to the final 2 bowlers on Howell.
And Joe's doing very well for coming in for third game.
And there is Danny. Danny goes down. Danny goes down. You can see his left foot came out from underneath him, and thankfully he's okay. Well, hey, Mike, I guess we didn't have to worry about him getting any pins. As I said, you would lose them because that ball went right in the gutter. Man, I'm glad he's okay. That was a really monster fall, huh? And I'll tell you what, even when he came back, he threw the ball pretty good. I know he didn't get them all, but he acted like that didn't even affect him.
That'll go on the bloopers reel.
It sure will. I have a funny feeling some people will have fun with that one down the road.
I'm sure his dad is getting ready for it now. Somehow, somewhere, that video will pop up.
Oh, gosh. All right, Joe comes in with a 170. Like you said earlier, nice way to step in there. All right, Andrew steps up for Jackson Memorial in the 10th.
It looks like Andrew's on a double.
Yeah, lets it go, and that's a terrible break.
7 pin.
Swish and 7 pin. Throw it good. That's all you can do in this game. Let it go. Let it roll. Sometimes they cooperate, sometimes they don't.
Yeah,
right?
he threw everything at that except the kitchen sink.
That's it, man. And hopefully he keeps his head so he makes a spare as Brandon Bone Palmer gets up there. He shows us how it's done. That's 4 in a row for Brandon.
Trying to look at the girl scores. I'll let you look because I can't see them.
No, let's finish out the.
Oh, that's right.
The
boys are
boys
both
first.
in the 10th.
They're in the 10th frame.
Last bowler.
It's pretty well wrapped up, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll tell you what, you can't throw it any better than that right there. And that's an unfortunate 8-pin there, but it's not going to cost them the game. They have it locked up. They've got 882. Yeah. They're going to have 883 after he runs this down. And What Danny's on a spare there. So it looks like the best they could do was 8 O's, 18s, if that.
If that, yeah.
So
Danny made it.
Danny made his spare. Brandon made his spare, which puts Howell at 902, and it's going to give them the sweep.
Looks like the boys at 8-18, 8-15, something like that.
Yep, and Jack Memorial boys finished with 8-13.
8-13,
So,
all right.
well-deserved 3 points for Howell. Howell boys, they bowled phenomenal. Did what they had to do the last game, right?
Yes, it was a grind.
Yeah, it was a grind. Did what they had to do, and they took home the sweep.
And both teams will be back at it again tomorrow to complete their match.
Yeah. Yeah,
Second day of their match.
Tomorrow will be very, very exciting. Right now, Howell only has 1 loss. And Jackson Memorial boys, they had 0 losses coming in until they ran into Howell.
3 now, yeah.
Now they have 3, yeah. So that puts Howell in first place by 2 points. As we turn our attention to the final few frames now to the girls' teams. We're going to take a peek at Gianna Masi.
Gianna's in the 8th frame.
Whoops.
Ooh.
I think Gianna was trying to hit the camera.
That was, yeah, let's put that one right into your living room. Or unless
All right, that's okay.
We'll kid each other on the team. We'll call that right gutter clean.
And Emily steps up, leaks it out a little bit to the right, but I'll tell you what, getting 8 pins on that one, that's a good thing.
Yep.
Gets a little break there. Leaves herself the 1-2 spare.
Of course, on our team, when we say right gutter clean, everybody laughs except for the person that threw it in the gutter.
Right. Right. And no problem for Emily Fogarty.
Emily, I believe, is top average in the division here. I think she was at 209 or 210.
All right, Grace Elias goes a little bit high there. Leaves a very makeable 610. And yeah, Mike, you're right. I just looked that one up, and Emily Fogarty certainly is leading with a 210 average. As Grace goes after the spare, shoots at it straight. And she's got a pretty good coach herself, and her dad. He's He's pretty accomplished himself, Mr. Michael Fogarty. I think he's in the State Hall of Fame for bowling.
Yes, he is. Yeah,
Right.
he is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know he's definitely in the Monmouth County Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you're right. He holds two Hall of Fames.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he definitely knows what he's doing.
He is, and he's a lefty too, just like you.
Yes, he is.
So as we wait for Victoria to go up, Reagan Smith is up on lane 6, goes a little bit high and leaves a 3-pin.
And we were talking about two-handers. I know Emily's brother Mikey is a two-hander also.
That's right.
Lefty.
That's right. He's up and coming in the ranks. He's got a couple years, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
coming up. He'll be bowling for Memorial as Victoria leaves a 5-pin. Quick score update.
Reagan just missed.
Howell girls at the end of 9 frames, they are at 536. And Memorial girls are at 569. They're on their 3rd bowler in the 9th frame. So slight lead for the Memorial girls right now. We slide by that 5-pin.
But we're not calling it.
We're not calling it.
Not saying a word.
Not until I get my abacus back.
And for those of you that don't know what an abacus is, I'm not explaining it.
Get it outside of that 5 board there, Mike. It doesn't seem to want to recover.
Yeah.
Just doesn't want to come back.
Like I said, it almost slight reverse, it looked like.
Yes, sir.
But I know the low end of the house always plays a little different
Is that right?
as far as how the lanes
I know
react.
you bowl here a lot, so you have a lot of experience on them.
Yeah, this side of the house is newer technically. Granted, they're 40 years old, but 11 on up, it was the original part of the house.
Oh, and that one just goes to the left of the head pin. So
Same thing with the girls. The lanes are getting tougher, but scores are dropping. But fill frames. That's what they
try
teach
to fill
you.
frames. That's right. I always say strikes for the show, spares for the dough. Right?
And Emily with her plastic ball. Uh-oh.
I don't know, man. I think there's a cliff over there. I think something's going on those lanes over there. All right, they'll shake all that off. That's uncharacteristic.
Grace is starting 10th frame. They're starting their last frame.
Breaks it up. Another 6-10. Grace covers that spare, no problem. I guess I was wrong. There is no cliff over there. Grace just proved me wrong. Yeah, Grace with her fill ball here. So she could shoot 169 if she packs 10. And she gets a 7 count. So, my calculation was wrong. She's at 176. Gianna gets up. She's getting set.
Uh-oh. What is going on with that?
You know, Mike, if they have a chance to go back and look at these this film here, they're going to see that when they're going to that gutter, dropping that shoulder a little bit, right? That right shoulder, you can see it. It's easy for us to say because we're here with we get the camera angle on it right in front, but you can see that arm and that shoulder went right towards the gutter, and that's where the ball's going to go. Ball's going to go where your arm is.
And that's why I said I like this view with the eyes.
That one too. Did you see her arm?
Yep.
So I bet you these coaches they know to go back and review these tapes, and they're gonna see this spot on, and they're gonna be able to correct it.
Gianna's a freshman, so she's still learning.
Absolutely.
So, like you said, they'll look back and see this, and that's why I love this shot with the eyes. You can tell what they're looking at and what's
absolutely.
All right, the Howell girls are on their last bowler of the 10th frame. Actually, they just finished.
They finished? Yeah, you're right. They're done. They went 634 for the team. So it looks like Jackson Memorial girls will have this one. They'll have this one in the bag.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Listen, I don't even think I could be wrong on this one because they already got 660.
All right, I'll give you this one.
I mean, unless the scoreboard's wrong, I can't be wrong. Well, it sounds like we almost caused an accident. Oh, no.
Okay, we've just been banned.
Let's see. Gianna could finish strong. All right.
And I feel her pain. The look of,
Yes, yes. We've all been there. We've all been there. And it's okay. You know what? Sometimes bowling bad makes you a better bowler, right? Because it makes you work on certain things and keeps you more on focus. So she'll come back tomorrow. She'll come back strong tomorrow.
well, they have to. Just as tough a match tomorrow.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I believe the match is at 2:30 tomorrow also.
I think so.
Okay.
Yep, I think so.
And I think Gianna's just like, I'm done. I've had it. We're over. Let's go.
As Emily wraps up here, I want to thank
Wow.
Jackson TV for allowing us to commentate during this. And this was a lot of fun, man. This is something that I've never done, and the experience was cool, and I'm glad I got to share it with you.
It was
That's
my
good
first
stuff.
time too, and I'm glad they did a second shoot.
Yeah.
I know they did a match recently, I think. There's him.
Hang on, and there we go.
Bonus
There we
frame,
go.
bonus ball. Now we're
You
just
don't have
looking
to
around.
hurt them. You just got to knock them down.
There's one other in the entire center. There's nobody else bowling, so this is all Emily, all by herself.
All right, here we go.
Emily for the last ball.
Come on, Emily. Hit it. Come on.
Okay. All right, with that being said,
Yep.
we can now officially say that the girls won.
So, I'm Dave.
There we are.
There's Mike. It's been a heck of a time. Like I said, I want to thank Jackson TV for allowing us to do this.
Absolutely.
It's actually the first time I've been able to come into the bowling alleys to watch the kids bowl this year because of COVID.
Yes, you're right.
I
First
think
time
you
seeing
too,
it.
right?
Yeah.
So it allowed us to do that. Plus, it allowed us to really get close and see the kids again. We haven't seen them in a while. So
Yep.
great doing the work with you, man.
Been a pleasure.
Yeah, man. And,
Thanks, JTV.
So this is JTV signing off for the match of the week. Thank you, brother.